Army of the Dead is Zack Snyder's new Netflix original movie that is also currently having a theatrical release where theaters are open. So, this film actually released in theaters a week early before it hits Netflix. It's supposed to hit Netflix May 21st. So if you'd like to see this movie on Netflix, there you go. I sprung for the theater option because I could get the earliest review out to you. And also, I was very excited for this movie. Zack Snyder is not a director I love or have any really positive feelings towards, but his Dawn of the Dead remake is a pretty good movie. 300 is a great movie for what that movie is anyways. And so, of course, when this movie was... when I heard about this movie, him returning to the zombie movie genre, I said, yes, I have to go see this. Now, I didn't know what to expect because Zack Snyder's movies are kind of like M. Night Shyamalan movies, where you could get something that is pretty good to complete and utter garbage. How the hell did this even get made? That is his spectrum of movies. There is some like in-betweens there, sure, but for the most part, that is his spectrum of movies. And I saw this movie, and I gotta say, I think this is Zack Snyder's best movie. What this movie is about is essentially we have a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas. And, well, they block off Las Vegas. No one can get in. And so all the zombies are in Las Vegas. And our main characters are tasked with going into the city of Las Vegas after the zombie outbreak, breaking into a safe and stealing a bunch of money. And that's kind of the movie, which is an ingenious concept for this movie. It's just a simple story that allows for so much horror, great pacing, and a lot of great tension in the movie, because these guys are on a time clock where they have this the president wants to nuke like Las Vegas, killing all the zombies, and so they're on a time clock with how to get out there. I don't think this movie is perfect, but I think it's very good for what it is. I think my biggest issue with this movie is the opening. Now, don't get me wrong, the opening, incredible. One of my favorite movie openings of any movie, probably ever. Like, it's such an incredible opening. And it just, you have the zombies taking over Las Vegas, and they play this amazing cover of Viva Las Vegas, and they introduce all the main characters in this really beautiful, stylistic way. And that opening, phenomenal. I mean, great opening. But the issue with that opening is it peaks. And so everything after that is lesser quality than the opening, and I think that hurt the movie a little bit. But for the most part, this movie is great for what this type of movie is. So, I'm not saying this is a great, brilliant movie, but I'm saying for what kind of movie this is, it is very good. The only thing I didn't really like about this movie is, this is kind of a spoiler, but it's not, and so I'm going to tell you the mild spoilers after I give my grade for this movie, which I'm going to give it an A-. I think for what this movie is, it's great. Now let's talk about the spoiler. Spoiler warning, if you don't want to see spoilers for this movie, click off now. Basically, Dave Bautista's character in this movie has a daughter, and his daughter wants to go into the city with them to find someone who is the mother of children. I think this subplot is a very obvious way to get sympathy from the audience. Like, oh my gosh, this mother has children. But I think it's a bullcrap thing, because at the end of the day, this character endangers multiple lives, is responsible for the deaths. I mean, some of these deaths very obviously could have been avoided if she had not screwed around. And she had no idea this person was alive. And yeah, it's sad that these kids will have to grow up without a parent, but I'm sorry, is it is ridiculous. And I think that subplot bothered me a lot for that reason. I just feel like this character caused more trouble than she needed to, and it kind of made me not like her because I thought in the movie for a while they were gonna actually like just say the mom's dead, but they didn't, which I found a little ridiculous because you don't even get why like the zombies didn't eat her. What, like, was she hiding so well that they didn't eat her? I don't know. I didn't really get that too much. I thought it didn't work. But still, I think this movie's really good. I'm excited to see what Netflix does with the rest of this 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 kind of franchise that they're setting up here because this is a great world. The zombies have interesting like lore and things behind them. And you see how they could expand this into something that's really freaking cool. I'm excited about this. I mean, this is great. I mean, if Zack Snyder makes more stuff like this, I will fully get behind Zack Snyder. Doubt he will be doing that, just this type of stuff. But this is what he's good at. This is what he needs to stick to because this is probably my favorite of all of his movies. I mean, just 9 out of 10, A minus.